Alright, I have once again run out of quotes. So therefore... The thing, it did not work. I have the thing where I press buttons. And it should do a stuff, but it didn't do a stuff. It's irritating. Probably due to those hiccups what I had at the at the time I went live. Just getting an absolute ass ton of dropped frames, and not entirely sure why it was. Turned off my VPN, and that seemed to help. Now the button thing isn't working. That's irritating. What the fuck? And now this thing tells me I'm not even streaming. This is odd. This is odd and weird, and I don't like it. And I have a vast preference for things working. Oh no, this seemed to be online. Seems to be fine, it's just my stream manager once again doing the thing. Just does not seem to like me. I don't know why. Oh, jeez. Anyway, perhaps we shall just get right into it and press the button again, expecting it would actually do something. It does not, because the kind of day I'm having today. Nevertheless, we can continue. We can do a spoopy. This is indeed a spoopy thing, or at least fairly adjacent. I don't know why a PlayStation 1 ISO is getting me to choose between a PlayStation emulator and a Mega Drive Master System Mega CD 32X emulator, but there you go. It's probably based on file names. And now this is looking at the wrong thing. There we go. Things are working. Just a bloody bout. Oh, I've done it wrong. Hang on. Because... have I done it wrong? I don't know. Okay, no, I hadn't done it wrong, actually. I don't know where that slow CD reading thing came from. Also, I almost certainly have to change the volume here. Maybe not. Maybe it's alright. And I do need to get this volume correct, because there are, like so many games of this era, not really anything in the way of subtitles. I've seen that FMV many times, wearing out my copy of Resident Evil 2. This part's new though. I think this only started coming in with... well, it was either this game or Resident Evil 3. I'm not sure which came first. It was probably Resident Evil 3 now I think about it. And yeah, this tells you the state of TVs back when this was made, because it's recommending headphones. A nice little change to the usual violence and gore intro screen. I don't think this has many things in the way of options, but quick look anyway. Yeah, you don't get in-game brightness and contrast, just like here's some colours, sort it yourself, you know your own telly. It's fine. Although another artifacts of the times, you actually been able to move stuff around, because CRTs, they were like that. Anyway, that's enough stalling. Go with the normal. Pixie Cow, hello! Oh no, sorry, you're saying hello to Icky Foo. I'm Icky Foo, so... pardon me, that's my ego getting in the way, but...
Resident Evil.
Welcome nonetheless.
Survivor.
You know, you'd think they'd get the same guy to do all of the Resident Evil things, but never seem to do. How are you, Pixie Cow?
In 1998, a disaster struck the quiet Midwestern residents of Raccoon City. An uncontrollable outbreak of the Umbrella-created T-virus transformed the city into an inescapable death trap.
That's the recap of
To
Resident
stop
Evil
the
2 and
outbreak from
3.
spreading, Umbrella Incorporated was forced to wipe out the entire city.
Okay, so this
However,
takes place
This was not
post
the
Resident
only
Evil 3.
location where an outbreak occurred.
You're okay, thanks. Browsing for present ideas for your children. Oh, very good. Can be fun in its own way and stressful also. That their birthday, or is this you doing Christmas early? Because the latter one is not a bad shout. So yeah, first thing you'll notice about this, it's in full 3D. Or better, or worse. You want to get Christmas bought and wrapped by the end of November. It's a good goal. And also that guy's been having a time if he's hanging off the side of a helicopter. Oh jeez. Didn't know a pistol could do that. And he's dead. He is completely and utterly dead. As is that helicopter. But yes, good work there. Good on you for getting Christmas properly sorted early. Okay, so that was not the guy hanging off the helicopter. He was just in the helicopter. And spoiler, that is who we play as. His trousers seem to be blending into the ground. Very fancy shadow though, considering the era. Although now I realise it's actually an FMV sequence. We're not actually into proper in-engine graphics. My head aches and I can't remember anything. My only hope is this gun. I must remember. I must survive. From the West Country, I've decided. Apparently a part of the West Country that no one's heard of, because what is that accent?
Where am I?
Where are you indeed?
Oh!
Oh, that's interesting. I don't think that's meant to happen. Emulation, by the way.
I don't remember anything. Who am I?
I have amnesia. Oh, sorry, I got the accent wrong. I have amnesia. Has he got anything to say about the helicopter? Not much. Just a boring old, run-of-the-mill, common as a house brick helicopter crash. So yeah, I think this was surprisingly rare in the PS1 era, this kind of first-person shooter. Especially in terms of, what do you call it, full 3D. Obviously, not something that Resident Evil was known for by this point. Although it still has the load-bearing doors, obviously. Well, just reading Pixie Cow's thing again, I'm reminded that I have 2 birthdays coming up that I must plan for. I need to remember and do that tonight, because I need to do my shopping. Hey, this guy looks familiar. By familiar, I mean I have amnesia.
You look familiar, but... but I just can't remember.
Probably because you slammed your face right off of the dashboard of the helicopter when
Thompson,
it crashed.
Though
Yes,
I can't
Art
remember
Thompson.
anything.
Anyway, given that
I
this is
know
a
that
Resident
this
Evil
was
game,
no
you know
way for
exactly
anyone
what's
to
going to
die.
happen here. Wait for it. Wait for it.
What?
Gasp. There's a dude. Oh. Oh no, I have to hold R1 down. That's good. Will he get up? No, he's just bouncing? I'm not sure why. Yep, so the conceit of this game is it's actually a light gun title. But like many light gun games, it offers controller support, so normally you'd be able to just point at the screen and shoot, but holding R1 gives you crosshair. Like so. And now we've got a key, we've got 3 doors. And for some reason I'm going with this one. See, my hypothesis is, and I've not looked into it, so I can't tell you whether it's true or not, is that this is a kind of experimental game, almost. Yeah, he'll get up in a second. There he goes. Because, you know, look at all the stuff that's different here. It's in full 3D, although it has Resident Evil 2 character models. It's got light gun. I was going to say light gun support, but it is primarily based around light gun action. It's in first person, so just using a sidequel type of thing, spin-off rather, to try all these different things. I think Square did something quite similar before one of the Final Fantasies, 7 or 8 I think it was. I think that's what Parasite Eve was for, testing out a different way of doing pre-rendered backgrounds. So I think this game is something quite similar to that. Posted here looks like a recipe. Because what won't be obvious by looking at this is I'm mostly bumping into things. Oh, there's some reading material. Need a good book in a time like this. Restaurant manager's file. This is going to be absolutely riveting. Raccoon City was destroyed last week, so I heard. Residents turned to zombies. City completely deserted. Umbrella Inc. is rumoured to be behind the incident, but I don't know the details. That sentence will become laughable as the plot unfolds. I don't know how far I'm going to get into this, because I need to head off at 9. Like I say, I need to do my shopping. I want to do it late at night when there's as few people around as possible, and I want to do it before the shop actually closes, because otherwise it becomes infinitely more difficult. So I won't get to the end of this tonight, I don't think. The incident occurred far from here, across the sea. I forget if we're on an island or not. We'll find out. Do your grocery shopping at 6 AM. Yeah, probably for similar reasons to me, I imagine. I think those times around here, they're reserved as pensioner times. It was just pensioners that can come in, or presumably people buying for them. And yeah, I'm going to leave that time for them, so. Nice and quiet. Yeah, that is 100% my thinking behind it as well. Except, you know, opposite end of the day. Can't help but feel anxiety if Umbrella's truly behind it. Again, that will make sense. 6 to 7 AM is NHS hour at Morrison's. Yeah, that was what I was thinking. Heard an interesting story about William Birkin, who supposedly destroyed Raccoon City. How did all this get out? Because basically, in Resident Evil 2, the city collapsed within itself, and then in Resident Evil 3, spoilers, by the way, plug your ear for the next 5 seconds if you don't want to hear it, the town got nuked by the US government. So how any of this news came out, I have no idea. He was the creator of the virus, tried to use it for his own purposes, he checked the virus into his own body, virus leaked into the sewer. I get, that is true, that's what we see in Resident Evil 2. That's how the virus made its way out from the underground labs into the city at large. How does anybody know about this? Apparently the T-virus is on the island, and 1, it is an island, and 2, how the hell did it get over here? No possibility such an accident could occur. Really? Is it because Umbrella are on this island? Maybe? It's definitely because it's that. I don't know if I was too obvious. I can't remember if I finished saying that I was just basically bumping into things. Like, that's the conceit of the controls, which are still tank, by the way. Press left to turn left, press right to turn right. The run button. Oh, that's just mean. It's a nice looking corridor, especially for the time, but did I really need 2 loading screens? Really? And of course, it doesn't matter how fast this thing can load data. Like, you can't speed it up in the emulator because the animation will play out at exactly the same speeds. Because they made this for a PS1, you know, it's hard enough to make games in the first place, especially on limited hardware, so who needs that kind of future-proofing? Got the manager's key. I said, it's not pre-rendered backgrounds, and that would not have worked at all in first person. I mean, what did you say? It is kind of difficult to click on the hotspots, as it were. So I've done it by accident, just by mashing the X button. And then that skips the text, and I never managed to find it again. That becomes a touch frustrating. Not a well-received game, this one. But I think it is interesting. Oh, tell a lie, there is something interesting in this corridor. Oh, and something useful too. Run over that green herb, because it controls letters, and it's easier. So is this just an entire wine cellar for the restaurant? That seems a bit specific. Like, a bar might have a wine cellar, yep, fair enough, but maybe a fancy restaurant has lots of wine stored. This? Really? Granted, I think we're in the kitchen, so it's not going to look like... Whoa. That sounded very close. We're in the kitchen there, and maybe it's not going to look as fancy as the restaurant itself. I might prove myself wrong here. Oh, I forgot. Come on. Yeah, I'd reckon this is fancy enough to have a selection of wine. I mean, it wasn't an entire cellar, it was a spare room. Yes, that is what I'm judging about this game. This is where my mind goes. Those windows are definitely not going to break at any point. Don't know why any of you would think that. Oh, those windows. Okay, yeah, they'll break. Well, that's kind of cool. Destructible scenery there. I'm going to have to try this out because I think I've got unlimited ammo for this gun. I don't know if that's the nature of the difficulty setting or what, but yeah, I don't think I'm limited there. I am limited on exiting, but okay, that warms my heart. I like that. Welcome to Umbrella Restaurant on Umbrella Island. Pay with your ID card. I see. So that's kind of giving away that this is a company town slash island. If any of that makes sense. It might do in a minute. Might not. Oh, balls. Yep. Yeah, this is where using the controller becomes less than ideal. And I'm sorry for having to shoot all the dogs, but they are demonic zombie dogs. If that improves things at all. Shut up, phone. For a second I thought that worked. But unfortunately, the phone hung up. So, interestingly, you remember there was 3 doors after we picked that key up off the same zombie? Well, that actually gave us 3 separate paths. That's one. That's the one we came out of, and the third one would have been this door here. So you do kind of get... I don't know if the plot exactly does branching paths. I suspect not. But, you know, you get a little choice of how you choose to play the game, which I think is neat, and kind of lends to the theory I have of this being an experimental title. Oh, bloody bollocks and bollocks. Balls. Shit balls! Yeah. Just so you know, in the main story games, you don't want to be going up against these guys with nothing but a pistol. Yeah, speaking of an experimental, I'm not exactly sure what that music was. And we have obtained a cracked key. Key of crack. There's another little conceit to the first-person controls. L1 will cycle between interesting things, in this case the two stairways there. Got some herb, yes I did. Purely for pain-killing purposes, you understand. Yep, ringing pain phone. Pain phone? Well, maybe we'll find out.
Vincent.
Who is this? Vincent? Who's that? Wait. Am I Vincent?
Vincent, you are a murderer. A murderer.
A murderer? What are you talking about? Answer me!
Someone who murders
Who did I
people. It's
kill?
pretty freaking simple. If it's Morse code, then I killed someone named S. So, no, not file. Handgun, but yeah, I do indeed have unlimited ammo, as I suspected. And naturally, I cannot just walk out the town, much as I might want to. So the cracked key will get us into either... See, you can't just look around, which would be incredibly useful. Amusement club entrepot? I don't know. Looks like entry pot. And we have the library. And we have the hospital. You know what? Hospital seems like the place to be right now. It was an incredibly simple branching path system, but yeah, it's there. They're trying something. Vaguely interesting.
I won't allow you to escape. You're going to pay for what you've done.
I was about to say, I'm kind of interested as to why this part runs at such a lower frame rate, but again I realised it's a FMV.
Helicopter?
Helicopter?
The cleaners have already arrived?
I mean, it is an umbrella
They
staple.
must want this mess taken care of very quickly.
Well, you saw what they did for an entire town. There's at least 2 squads deployed there until the government decided, we've got all these nukes lying around. Board isn't interesting, apparently. We probably should heal, but I think I'll keep the herb to see if I can get another herb and combine it. Various magazines for young people. It's one of those happening, up-and-coming towns. There's a term for them, I don't remember what it is, but, you know, one of those. Hello, doctor. And or nurse. Right, this first is locked. Hopefully this being an elevator won't, you know, just make the animation twice as long. Or add a cutscene in. And it might. No, it didn't. Yay! Just punch a zombie right in front of my face as soon as I get out of the damn thing. Get out of the way. Ooh. Get that mind. Right, they're down. Okay. Swipe that. Actually walk over it. There we go. Yeah, I was talking about them not being many attempts at full 3D first-person shooters. I think probably the best example, in terms of popularity, it's one of the Medal of Honor ones, because they actually started on the PS1. But the Alien Resurrection game, of all things, developed by the same people who made Star Fox, by the way, that's probably the best example of its kind of a PS1 first-person shooter in full 3D. I've switched the scanner on. You know what? I was about to joke that we're going to scan our own head, but one, that's actually sensible, and two, that's clearly not why we turned the scanner on. That's not why this is in the game. Medicine room key. So yeah, the puzzle's not even on the same level as the usual Resident Evil fare. Condensed might be the word for it, actually. Very condensed down. Okay, just kick. Oh. There we go. Just remember that I'd actually gone into the elevator and completely forgotten about it 10 seconds later. Shall I see where my head's at tonight? No, sir. I am not buying what you are selling. No, staying down, that's fine. You're about to be down. I said, sit down, do the downness. Down with you. There we go. It's really not a hell of a lot to the combat either now I think about it. Got infinite bullets, so I just spam it as much as possible. Backtrack on occasion. And then I win. Still, in terms of environmental detail, this is pretty nice. You can kind of see them trying to get as much of it in as possible without shifting the polygon count to unholy levels. I think this ends up being about 25 frames a second here, which is expected. You're not going to get full 60 unless you abandon all forms of lighting. Well, calculated lighting at least. You can still do stuff like bake it into the textures. Oh, hello. Time to get caught reloading. Okay. Or document. Patient's charts. To be a zombie patient. Tranquilizers. Elysian? What the hell? You've got this completely... Well, I forget what the word languid means exactly, but otherwise healthy. And they've just given him tranquilizers and hallucinogens, whatever the hell that is. The kid's like 17. And then they've got details of an 18-year-old female. Again, pretty much a kid. Physical condition good, mental condition unstable. Confined for a long time, very suspicious. Putting drugs in meals is ineffective as she rarely eats. Tranquilizer in the drinking water instead, because, you know, gotta drug her somehow, apparently. And this... This is smacking of some kind of drug testing. Given that somebody just got kicked off the program. But this is Umbrella, so we're not going into this with any notions that they are a good. They're not a good. They are an umbrella. It's what they do. They do weird drugs and science experiments. Yeah, I don't know why, but I am genuinely starting to get nostalgic about this era of 3D graphics, where we just barely had enough power to make stuff like this and still release it for a half reasonable price. It's just strangely fascinating to me, and I appear not to be the only one. I'm starting to see a lot of games that are inspired by this kind of art style. Hopefully not all the way, because, you know, you'll see some of these textures just going up. Well, didn't mean to do that. But it's the first door right there, so I might as well go in. I was going to demonstrate something, but we'll do that shortly, after I shoot whatever's in this room. Hello. I will get other guns later that will have limited ammo, I believe. It's just... You've always got a backup. Is the conceit of this one. Maybe they thought everybody was, you know, bad at using light guns. I'm not sure. It's stained with blood, exactly what you want to see. And whatever was in there jumped out the window. Fantastic. Because, again, this is meant to be a light gun game. I just don't have a way of emulating that. And even then, I've got original hardware. I've got a light gun. I've got a PSOne, but no way to capture it and have it be remotely watchable, in my opinion. So we're stuck with this, and we're stuck with the game's conceit for non-light gun owning people. Ooh, shiny thing. And gun B. Let's see what it says about it. What does it say about this one then? The first gun I was using was plastic, apparently. That's surely not all that useful. Or has limited use, at least. Because, you know, bear in mind, when a gun leaves a bullet leaves a gun, that's an explosion. Hence why most guns are made of metal. They can withstand that type of thing. Yep. Caught in the corner. No, done it again. Jesus. Although this is a good way to demonstrate that texture thing I was talking about. You can just see it warping in weird ways. Just a limitation of PlayStation hardware. Hence why I think not many people are as nostalgic for this era of 3D graphics as they might be. Alright, switch the elevator, I've turned it on. So you don't even get the option to do it yourself. You don't get told, do you want to turn it on? The game just does it for you. It's like, no, this is an experiment. Just get to the next thing. Fuck it. Well, 3D is pretty shit. It is... It's really fascinating when you turn on some of the options that emulation gives you. Like letting you make the 3D itself more precise. The PlayStation was, if you wanted to run it at any reasonable speed, you were limited to... Ooh, this is much faster. Oh no. I will finish my thoughts in a second. I cannot panic and talk at the same time. Not coherently, anyway. And frankly, this thing's annoying me. Damn it, of all the things I could shoot in this game. Herp. Anyway, I'm assuming I have infinite bullets for this as well, since supposedly going to use the same ammo. Yes, what was I saying? Yeah, you were limited to integer maths on the PlayStation 1, hence why some of the animations will look just that little bit janky, like there'll be a couple of pixels off. And that's because if they could use floating point, i.e. numbers that have a decimal point in them, they could be more precise. But they couldn't, because those are much harder to do on this hardware. Oh, fucking hell. I mean, this game already has a difficulty problem, but I personally appreciate getting that sort of extra chance when a zombie does grab you. You shoot it a couple of times, it'll get thrown off. If you do it fast enough, of course. So I guess it was visiting hours when the outbreak hit there, because that's 3 of them in one room, and they did not look like medical staff. Kind of neat, actually. Got the pseudo reflection of the light in the floor there. More than you would expect in PlayStation 1 terms. Wonder how they did that, whether it was just a translucent floor or I don't know. Something. They did a thing. More zombies to kill. Oh, dude, come on! You're really milking it now, zombies. Right, okay, if the clocks have messed me up, so I'm heading to bed to read for a bit and have a good stream. Thank you! Kill lots of zombies. I will! You can't stop me. Oh, manhole opener. Weirdly enough, when I was testing this out, I got a completely different path. Or rather, I took a completely different path, and I still ended up with the manhole opener, so I think that's going to turn up later. Anyway, have good rest, Pixie Cow. Patient's X-ray photo. I mean, really, that's all you've got to say? I don't really have a lot of time for things where it just says exactly what it is in the most obvious manner, because it's like, I can kind of infer that. Also, those oxygen tanks don't explode, which is a pity. Ugh. And out we go again, in search of a manhole. Because we've been all over this hospital, I believe, apart from... Oh, come on! Oh, come on! In case you don't know, this boy's going to take a lot of bullets. Oh, he can charge as well? This is just not fair. Am I meant to have a different gun at this point? I don't know. But this boy's notorious in Resident Evil 2. Doubly unfair because I have basically no way of dodging that charge move. So, I'm on tank controls here. I can't turn very quickly at all. So, yeah, I'm resigning myself to getting hit there, basically. Yeah, I kind of know what Pixie Cat means, because we just had our daylight savings end. Now, it was the good one, at least. It's the one where we get an hour back, but it does mess with your body clock. Just a little bit. Oh, for God's sake, why? Stop it! Stop it! This is too much. We're all very impressed, but you need to stop. Silly spider. So I did forget to mention there will be spider enemies in this game. Apologies for not mentioning that earlier. There we go. Normally I would make that into a red, green, blue mixed herb, but I need the damn health now. After Mr. X and the spider. I just need my health back. That's all I need. Want to be a healthy boy again. Right. And there's a manhole. Everybody act surprised. Can you control the dynamo? Nope, hospital has its generator, I guess. That would make sense. Kind of want them to be able to keep power going in emergencies. Anyway, sewer level. In as much as Resident Evil games have sewer levels, usually it's sewer areas because there's adventuring and backtracking, but this is, aside from the branching paths, they are indeed just branches. You go off the beaten path a little bit and then straight back on. Pretty linear, all in all. Don't need my gun just yet. We have another document. Someone called Vincent, city's supreme commander. Okay, if a city has a supreme commander, Something is going wrong. There's something fishy. Alright? Officially an elite sent from Umbrella headquarters. In truth, such a fiend that he would not hesitate to kill his friend if it would promote him. And luckily, this guy's hiding out in the sewers, so not of interest to Vincent. Savage experiments to kids like we were reading about. Don't know why the kids were brought to the city, but sure is disturbing. Well, this person has a conscience. That's good. I mean, they're still stuck in the sewer, but, you know, it's a start. Terrible accident above ground, so October 10th. I should have had a look at the other ones to find out when their outbreak actually took place. But October 10th seems like a good bet. Don't know any more details. I heard Commander Vincent has done something cruel. And Vincent finally came down. Had a small talk. Could see nothing but cruelty in him. When I took a picture of him as a souvenir, he became very angry. He is such a jerk. Experimenting on kids, ruling the island with an iron fist. What a jerk. Now there's photographs.
A picture?
Well, you look angry.
No,
And it's a picture of...
this is me. I am Vincent.
How do you know that's you?
It was all my fault. Who are you?
Wait. Please don't kill me.
I'm just dancing.
I didn't know anything about you then.
Stop.
You were a bit late on saying stop there. Just saying. You know, it does actually say a fair bit about this sewer worker. That he photographs everyone who comes down here. Ah! Got stuck in the geometry again. More shotgun bullets. And I don't think there's anything else here, so we'll just follow the child in this island that's a war zone. Don't know if there's a good way of saying that. But probably not what I just said. Okay, there'll almost certainly be a spider here at some point. Or a liquor. I do like how the dramatic music just suddenly stops. Even if it had faded out, that would have not quite been as comical. And we've finally arrived at Paradise, and this is another thing I mentioned earlier. You can bake some nice lighting and shadows into the textures. Now, trivial stuff today, obviously. But you know, big damn deal back in the olden times. Now, what the hell is Paradise? I might hear you wonder. Because I'm wondering the same thing. Just guessing. And my gun's already out. Here we go. Oh, hello. Not quick enough. Sort of quick enough. I kind of got him. Not all the way though. Again, you are meant to have a light gun for this game, really. That's what it was designed for and sold on the premise of. They actually get this going on the PS2, this sort of series. I imagine some of this would have been good practice for Dino Crisis, because that was full 3D as well, the first one. And indeed there was a Dino Crisis light gun game. Oh my god, they're sneaking up on me like absolute Dilligan tonight. I don't know why. Right, there we go. All in a line now. I'm basically unstoppable. There we are. So, yeah, full 3D, that would have been good practice for Dino Crisis, and honestly, I think they're on the same level of detail, those two games. And I quite like Dino Crisis in terms of how it looks and what they were able to do with the PS1 hardware. And it was kind of a flex as well, going from having to do pre-rendered backgrounds, like basically having a 2D image that you stick 3D models on the top of, to being able to do stuff like this. Yeah, that is not nothing. But like I said, to keep this series going. Oh, a Chief's Diary. These always go well. And so yeah, there was a light gun Dino Crisis game, and there was another, at least one Resident Evil light gun game. I think it took place on a boat. It was on the PS2. 20 guinea pigs committed suicide the other day. Well, the fact that you call them guinea pigs implies they didn't have a very good quality of life. Headquarters not seem to have any suspicions. Just gathering replacement ones. Because you lied to them about the test subjects committing suicide, or because they don't care? It could be either. It's umbrella. Starting to regret sending a fake report of a mass suicide incident when it's actually a mass escape. Oh, right. So, as long as they stay in the city means death if I dare oppose Commander Vincent. Never forget the cruel smile of Vincent. He was shooting at the boys who tried to escape from the prison that night. Okay, we're getting it. Vincent's not a jolly fellow. So, yeah, Commander Vincent is awful. Just to reinforce that. Oh, and there was a mass prison escape of all the test subjects. That is what we're getting from this. I'm not sure what this painting's meant to be. A swordfish? Hard to tell. Oh boy, the texture warping on this. Of course, I don't know how much of that is emulation and how much of that is pure PS1-ness. But supposedly Beetle PSX, that's the emulator I'm using, is much more on the accuracy side of things. Because the emulators we used to have, they just had to work. They had to be compatible with popular games and run at some kind of semi-decent speed. That was the goals. Luckily, we now have processing power in abundance. Really, until 3D accelerators came along, PC 3D graphics and PlayStation 3D graphics were on pretty similar levels, as I recall. I could have to narrow down the dates a little bit to find out, but yeah, I don't remember there being a kick in the arse off of each other. And into the prison we go, which was hopefully not repopulated after the mass escape. It would make my job a lot easier. Oh, forgot. Rope, I guess? Yep, that is exactly what we got. We got rope. Yeah, of course, if there's one thing Resident Evil can do, it's build an atmosphere, and this game does not lack that, I think. Good. Yeah, I might look into the development of this and find out if there's anything more to corroborate my theory of this being an experiment of some kind. Or it could just be they wanted another game to fill a slot and they threw a bunch of interns at it, that kind of thing. Which would be far less interesting and a bit more depressing, but perfectly possible. Nearly got hit by him. And there was somebody right beside me as well, so good thing I moved. Maybe that's the other reason why this game tells you to play in stereo with headphones, because it keeps plonking zombies right next to you. Just out of your line of sight. Neck being cut open by a sharp blade, so probably not a zombie. Those shadows as well. There was no way you could do that in real time on the PS1 and get, you know, like more than a frame a minute. Did not have the grunt. Young man's diary. Abducted on a street in Congo. Right, so that's where they're getting subjects from. Again, it's Umbrella. Are we surprised? Guinea pigs for Umbrella. All residents in the city work for Umbrella. Even the women and children are family members of employees. So Umbrella don't hire women? What? Seem to be gathered from all over the world. One from China, one from Brazil, and the rest are Russian and Japanese. A World Trade Show. Youngest is 16, oldest 19 or 20, so they weren't young-ish people. Sometimes take us to an arcade or to a nightclub so we can enjoy ourselves and relieve our stress, but I won't let it deceive me. We'll escape from this place no matter what it takes. I must. Anyway, the most important thing is to organize and gather our comrades for what lies ahead. And they will start behaving strangely, drugs and meals, sometimes lose consciousness. I don't remember if this guy in particular was mentioned in the patient records. I don't think so. Taken to the factory on the mountain. I think he's coming back. People have already been up there. Factory words were having under orders from Vincent. Cut open our brains and extract some kind of material, whatever they call it. All I can say is that Vincent is a devil. No, not just Vincent. Not just Vincent, but the women and children too. Yeah, you're in a bad situation, mate. I can't deny you that. Let's come. Umbrella people have been visibly disturbed for about a week or so. Terrible accident in Umbrella Laboratory somewhere in America. So this is the day before Resident Evil 2, essentially. As far as I remember, I don't remember the exact date, but based on the other diary I read, which was the day after this one, it seems likely. All the prison guards seem to be busy gathering information on the accident, so security's not as tight. Organize them around together. They're gonna steal keys from the guards. Got decoys. They're gonna gather weapons. They are really planning this out, I have to say, but if you're escaping from Umbrella and from Commander Vincent, yeah, you want it to be pretty nailed down. I do wonder how far into this we are now. This one's had their neck cut open as well. So again, probably not zombie. Nothing in there, I think. Cut open by, yep, sharp blade. Well, what a fun and jolly room that was. Bit sparse, but you know, it's a prison. What do you expect? Okay. So we came out of that door, I assume. Stairs leading down, and two doors here. We'll do this floor first, I think. Open, says me. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, that did not work out like I hoped. Oh, shotgun? Yay, shotgun. It's past 12 if I've identified my shotties correctly. Not necessary for dealing with these chuckle fucks though. And nothing else interesting in here. Door, 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 door. Oh, squeaky as well. I need some WD-40. More door! I don't recall the other Resident Evil games having doors so close together. It just kind of compounds the loading times. Oh. Okay, we'll have a go with the pistol. And regret it. Regret it a lot. Oh boy. Ow! Sir, I don't approve. I'd rather not. Okay, maybe I'll just switch over to the shotgun, because I have some ammo, and I don't know why I keep... Squares to go back? What the hell? I don't know why I keep going into file when I keep... When I do this, when I'm trying to... I'm trying to go to items. Okay, it's fully loaded. Good. Now I just have to aim. Good start. Yeah, actually, good. You're dying. You're dying properly. I appreciate that. Now they're making the game difficult. I don't like this. Also, curiously, I haven't seen any way to save yet, so I'm going to be cheeky. Do a wee save slot. For all I know, you're meant to do this in a oneer. Bloody well hope not, but it's perfectly possible. Just unlocked a door, which kind of implies to me backtracking. You would go a big long way around to get to somewhere, and then you would unlock a way back that was quicker. Yes, we've been here before. Right, so back out we go. Taking a very long way to get to this courtyard, but here we are now. And those fuckers haven't respawned, thank God. Oh, that'll be useful. In fact, do I have a herb I can combine now? Because I might as... In fact... What? What did I just do? I think I accidentally used it. Because I keep thinking triangle is go back or cancel or whatever. And it's not. But there we go. We've got a fully mixed herb. So I probably just used a herb I didn't mean to. Okay, I'll be honest. With the length of that corridor, I was thinking Mr. X again. That's what I thought was going to happen. Thankfully not, though. Oh boy. Here. Climb up that ladder. Click on the wall, automatically use the rope. Oh, that's just a... Yeah. I mean, why bother having doors at all anymore? Because we could have animations like that this whole time. What if I can get him before he even makes it all the way over here? Kinda doubt it. Seems like the kind of thing the game would account for. In fact, probably a terribly dumb thing to try. I've been wrong before, mind you. Oh, I'd rather deal with him in this game than any Resident Evil 2 iteration, I'll tell you that. Okay, stairs or straight on? Straight on and left a bit, obviously, because there's the door. Doot doot. Oh, what a lovely mesh texture. And they don't even have to make it transparent and waste all that computing time getting out. Oh, come on! I just dealt with you! This is terribly unfair. But there's so many more beings on this island you could terrorize. I am but one. But thankfully you're confused by benches, so I think I've got a chance here. Oh god, he's really confused by benches. You know what, you're getting more of it. Just... Rest of the clip, screw you. I get more shotty bullets. I don't think they're called bullets though. Aren't they called shells? Nothing useful. Not sure what this music is, mind you. dramatic. There's a bit of fun to it. Hey Lucy, how's it going? More PS1 shenanigans up in here. This island is having a totally normal one. Oh. Let me play it. A used drum set. How do you know it's used? Is it just in that kind of condition? Or a big hole in the bass drum? Like what's your basis there? And yes, I am nitpicking entirely, but you know, something to talk about. Which number RE is this? This is Resident Evil Survivor. It's the light game spin-off they made. So this will be after Resident Evil 3, but before Code Veronica. In both in terms of plot and in terms of, I think, when they came out. Mate! God, you're insatiable. Right, no, this is too confined. I'm not having it. You want to fight me out in the open, then fine, but not in that cramped space. I'm not going to waste the shotgun bullets on you. That would make that remotely fair. He does follow. Excellent. It's interesting considering that in the original game, his original appearance, which was in Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation, he would turn up for set piece moments. So like plot prescribed moments. Whereas in the remake, he behaves more like Nemesis did in Resident Evil 3. See, no chance of getting away from that. None at all. Barely any chance of me getting out of melee range. So yeah, just he was basically a plot event in the original Resident Evil 2. And in the remake, yeah, it's more like Nemesis, who follows you from room to room. Give me shotgun shells. That works too. I will take that. Counter of the club. There we go. Club hall key was not exactly what I expected that to be the thing for. Honestly, it looked more like an invitation, like a paper invitation. You're not overly familiar with the series, but from what I've seen, 7 looks scariest.
So this is where the city is controlled from.
Seems like, aye. Apologies for this. Seems to be an emulation error. It's not quite meant to look like that.
Oh. Oh.
Is that the sewer guy?
What's happening to me?
And yeah, in terms of actually doing a spoop, I think Resident Evil 7 is well up there. Of course, it depends if you're going in terms of jump scare type of horror or insidious creep you out type horror. Which Resident Evil 7 has shades of both, I would say, but much more towards, you know, jump scare, body horror, that kind of thing. Oh boy. Remind me to keep a damn good eye on my health, because it's already pretty low. I don't want to die. You don't play spoops. Too scary for you. 3 spoopy, 5 me. You don't, looks like. That was surprisingly easy. Am I firing the grenade rounds by mistake? That is way more effective than I thought it would be. I don't spook very easily, I have to admit. Like, I can get jump scared like an absolute bastard, but in terms of sitting there going, oh no, I can't watch this, it's too scary, that doesn't really happen to me. Oh, we're getting a Magnum. Yes. I approve of this. I like my hand cannons. And it looks like a revolver, which, you know, has its disadvantages, but does look pretty cool. So yeah, it's not that I don't play horror, it's just that it doesn't have that kind of effect on me. Otherwise, I'd probably have a much more successful YouTube channel. Will you do your mind? There we go. Safe position. Oh, you're both getting up? That's... Well, one of you is copying the other. I'm gonna have to report you to the teacher. Okay, they've made puddles of blood. That's the international cue of I am permanently dead. Where now? Straight into a herb. I'm going to rely on the rest of this combat being pretty easy and say it's fine to use the herb right now. I don't need to save it. So, what's going on with all of yous? How has your Sunday been? Presuming that it's still Sunday for most of you. I think Australia will be waking up around this time. Certainly might explain why I've got some Discord notifications. Oh, hello, sir. Okay, what I really wish that was in the mainline games. Being able to use a handgun to knock these guys out of the air. When they do the leapy pack. Hope Dave's computer has recovered from earlier. What, the heat issues or having to play Runaway 3? Because I'm pretty sure Runaway 3, that's going to need an exorcism. And not just Runaway 3, the entire Runaway series he's gone through. The heat issues, yeah. It's a weird one. Because it sounds... It would be fine if it was just it's overheating and I can do something about that, but he's actually getting completely different reports based on what program he's using to report the temperature. It's all a bit bizarre. Yep, someone's having a bit of a day with this music as well. It took us a chance to experiment. I still really love that there's destructible bits of the scenery as well. Takes me back to playing Alien Storm on the Mega Drive. Just had first-person shooter bits that were full of that. Your laptop misbehaves during summer? Yeah, it do be like that. Because the summers have been getting hotter as well, which is a real pain in the bum. Anyway, I am going to pause for just 1 minute, and I will be back very shortly. Just had to sort out my hydration situation. Too hot. Yes, agreed, Lucy. Makes me very envious of my parents' house because they've got an old, like, Victorian-style house made out of big bloody lumps of stone. So it doesn't really get too hot and it doesn't really get too cold either, whereas my house is like an 80s build. So the heat gets in quite badly. May have to look up a walkthrough for these harder Baba Zoo levels. I keep meaning to get into that. You've recommended it so many times, and it does sound up my alley, but I just keep forgetting about it. Instead I just keep going back to shit like this. Alright, what's this room got for me? I've already got my gun ready. Oh, cutscene instead. My god, are we doing a plot?
Hello? Can you hear me? Who are you? What are you doing? Answer me!
I do get very curious as to the cutscenes they decide to do as FMVs. Because they're clearly still done in-engine with a lower frame rate. For whatever reason. He's remembering a fight. Probably with the guy that was hanging off the helicopter. God, Umbrella has a flag. Of course they have a flag. Appears to be a picture of a factory, but it's burned and hard to view. But more documentation. Vincent's diary. Oh, this will be hilarious. I killed some kittens, and then I flipped off some nuns, and I threw up on a dog. Alright, that's the prisoners escaping. Shot them myself. Caused a lot of trouble if Umbrella becomes aware of this. It spoiled my plan of returning to headquarters and collecting my reward for my great achievements here in the city. So he wanted off the island. It does sound like he was reassigned to Antarctica slightly, so yeah, I get that. Not enough to justify murder, mind you, but it's Umbrella. That's like second lowest rung of the ladder in terms of crimes. Ordered the prison chief to report the incident as a mass suicide, or to the others not to talk about it. People in the city who have been opposing me, trying to gather information, intending to report stuff. So the city's turned against them, they're not fond, as the diary of the sewer guy corroborates. That little boy Lot told me a spy had sneaked into the city. Guess that might have something to do with the rebellion. You'll let him for now. The bold tactic, we'll see if it pays off. See who he works for and why he's here, and then I'll kill him. It's a sad story that the only person that I can trust in this whole city is that little kid Lot. Lucy's redeemed that posture check, thank you. It was quite horrendous now that I notice. Very useful, that redemption. I should think of some more. People of the city preparing to hand the prosecution report to headquarters. That'll spoil your whole plan, won't it, Vincey boy? Say they have evidence. I can never allow them to reveal that. Villains will regret what they are doing. And a hydrate as well. Immediately, ma'am. Try not to inhale it again, because I keep doing that. Can never allow them to reveal that. These civilians will regret what they are doing. I'll teach them what it happens to those who oppose me. Next time I'll even say it correctly. Bah. Now they know who holds the power. Vincent spread the T-virus, but it made it look like an accident. Looking after Ricky. Yes, thank you for that. I do need it sometimes. Hence why those channel point redemptions are there in the first place. So the city's completely contaminated. There's been a giant accident, so Umbrella headquarters are gonna take you back in and promote you. Are you sure about that? Are you sure, Vincent? There's reading in this light gun game. Yeah, I know, but it's Resident Evil. It's not entirely unexpected that... Okay, that was a surprise. You got me, game. I am gotten. Unfortunately, there's not much to do but kite this guy around and then unload bullets into his face. Yeah, like I said, jump scares will get me just like anybody else. I don't think that's special, but in terms of being unable to continue, no, I'm usually quite fine. Now, cringe I do horribly with. Like, I don't know how I got through all of the in-betweeners. All at the time, actually. I never saw the second movie. Yeah, I am very, very bad with cringe. That's the thing that makes me, like, cover my eyes and barely being able to look at the screen. This thing there. Would you do face cam? I don't see the point, really. Like, it's not impossible. I've got a webcam and everything, but I don't know. I like having the games on full display. You know, that's what the focus is. Nobody needs to see my face going, 'cause that's what it is most of the time. I have something of a resting bitch face. But if there was a situation that called for it, like something that I would necessarily react to, then, you know, I'm not saying no, but I'm saying not right now. Oh, one of these boys again. There's so rarely one of them. Yeah, there's the other one. Gotta say, I do like that I can hit L1 and look straight towards important things. It is very useful. Or would it be... Can game window be a bit bigger, or would it be distorted? This is what RetroArch is giving me in OBS, scaling it up to supposedly the correct dimensions, weirdly enough. I think the game just has borders. I believe I should be able to do something about it, though. Let me have a quick go here. Be very careful about centering it, though. OBS, what? See, OBS has a little feature that lets you... what the hell does it let you do? Yeah, it lets you scale up and down whilst maintaining the aspect ratio, at least in theory. But minor problem with that is it completely changes where the position. So I don't know why it does that. Just makes it a ball ache to do anything other than right click and select fit to screen. Let's see how that looks back in game. I think that looks right. I don't think I'm clipping anything off, which is what I wanted to avoid. I guess it's not going to look very distorted considering PSOne graphics. Memories of trying to watch widescreen on non-widescreen screens. Oh, yeah. I was a while getting into the widescreen craze. It doesn't even feel like that long ago, and then I have to remind myself of not being at uni for about a decade, and that is when I got my first widescreen TV, so... bizarre to think about. Yeah, I'm clipping off a little bit. See if I can correct that. Okay, I swear to God it just changed to the keep the aspect ratio hotkey on me there. Doubly annoying. There, come on. Right. Stick with that. Enter horizontally. That should be it. That should be accurate now. Foolish screen. There was a bit cut off of the ruined. There was a bit cut off at the bottom. That's all. I like it to be nice and tidy. Oh god, what's happening now?
What?
What indeed?
Vincent, it's me, your mother.
What?
My mother?
There's a lot having a laugh into it.
Vincent, please, listen to your mother. I want you to leave Umbrella. I want you to stop performing those terrible crimes and just come back home.
Oh, what? Champion voice acting, I know, right? Grandma, is that you?
Stop it! Let me go!
Shh! Don't be afraid.
What was she doing before?
I'm not going to hurt you.
Was she talking over
What is the tape
speakers?
you're listening to?
Oh, tape.
I don't know. I was only listening to it because I'm so bored. My brother told me to wait here.
The zombie apocalypse, so boring.
Let me go!
Ignoring the fact that was clearly the same voice actress both
brother.
times.
Leave her alone! Lily, run, go!
Oh, that's some Resident Evil running right there. So that's a lot. Hey Nick, how's it going?
Put that down. I won't harm you. I promise.
What was that running? Terrible. It was terrible, Lucy.
Liar. You'll kill me if I drop it.
To
I'm
be
not
honest,
stupid.
you could
Now
just
stand
charge
back,
this
don't get
kid.
any closer.
You're also armed.
I know you think that I'm a
very
murderer, but
colourful.
you're wrong.
Bat.
I would never do anything like that.
You've already accepted that you're Vincent, the capital B bastard of this entire island. So you're just lying out of your ass there. What fresh hell is this? Oh god, everybody's waking up now. Are you good, Nick? That's good to hear. I'm good as well. Had a bit of a lazy day up to this point, but you know, within half an hour I will be off doing the shopping. You saw your baby great nephew today. Hooray! That is good. At long last. Wiretapping report of Vincent, or by Vincent, of Vincent. Can't tolerate him, he's a bastard, he doesn't brush his teeth. He is very intelligent and cautious. So wiretapped. Because, you know, wiretaps were a thing that were possible back then and feasible. Conversations on the prison breaking incident proves that he shot them himself and hid the truth. Oh, 3 days old. Oh, they must be so tiny. They must be so small. Also, I haven't said hey Rizalka yet. Hey Rizalka. You are awake. This is a start. Unfortunately, you have work in your future, which is a deep shame. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if we're close to the end here because the music is not letting up at all. Hi, can you go back to sleep? For a little while. Probably not for long though. Except, no, you actually have to go into the office today, don't you? So, no, not really. They have worked before. Oh, sorry, because Rizalka and Lucy have basically the same chat color right now. I thought Rizalka was saying they have worked before us, and I was like, no, I'm pretty sure you're next. Oh, sorry. I have to go to the office tomorrow. Oh, that sucks. And I'm sorry to hear that. I don't think we have to go anytime soon, but boss is starting to make plans in that direction. And dear God, do I not want to get back on a train. Not in this situation. There's a big hole. Something incredibly powerful must have created this. Is it Grandma? So you change it to the same color as Nick's. Okay. I believe that is what Talia would refer to as help team. All three of those are purple on my end, let's see. Right, am I going in circles? Yes, I am. Purple is a fine choice of colour. You know, given what my brand looks like, I fully approve. In fact, I'm pretty sure my chat colour would be purple as well if such things are maintained between sessions. Sorry, I'm not sure if the implication was that he's just made the hole or he made that giant hole, because who else would make it? And then left, and then came back again. Alright, we're dealing with this boy a lot. Ow! Rude, to be honest. I don't know why it's so much easier to deal with this guy in this game. Like, I would never try and kite around him in any of the mainline games. Actually, no, I think I've just answered my own question. I can get around him and I have infinite bullets. Because pistols have infinite bullets in this game, I don't know why. At least the 9mm handguns. Gibby is full of meows today. Well, he is cat. He is just alerting you to all the important cat things he has to do. Hello, Gibby. Wasn't he in Outlast? What, the guy in the trench coat? I don't remember Outlast all that well, if that's the case. Oh, what the hell is this thing? No, that's not a force field, evidently. Huh. Well, that was fun. Okay. Car park it is. Oh, I love that it took them 3 games to figure out how to make going downstairs not a cutscene. At least if they were in the same area. Before then, you had to go up to the stairs, use them, and then you would walk up them. Now, if you were going to a different area, it would still be first person, but, you know, when you got to Resident Evil 3, you could just walk into them, and up they went. Didn't see your niece's cat, don't know what he thinks of the new baby. If Gaby's indication, his thoughts will be man. Actually, I don't know how Gaby is with Rizalka's new nephew. That boy's only about... Is he even a year old at this point? I don't know if he is. He's young, is the point. And Gaby has seen him and had a chance to react. And I don't remember what the outcome of that was. So we're chasing down some children, okay. Not sus at all. Into the drink.
Hey!
He's 1.5 years old. For a second I thought he said he's 15 years old, and I was like, no, I was talking about the nephew, not Gaby. Born in my best month. So, yeah, I think I know what one that would be. Forgive me if I'm a bit coy about saying what that is here. That is some loud water. I don't know how it's coming through on your end, but bloody loud for me. Let's just knock him off the bridge. That's fantastic. Aha! Avoided it. Ah, jeez. And he milks his death scene, but he's down. Best month this year was January or February. Yeah, fair to say. How do I get out of here? Killed the dude. Oh, it's another door. So I'll run my face into it. Well, that explains the meows. What, because he was pooping? Or going to poop? Oh, hello. You know what? Forget it. I'm just running by. That spider's having a fit. Am I locked down again? I don't believe we're in a full lockdown, like not a March level type of thing. I honestly can't remember what the situation in Glasgow is right this second, because supposedly this 5-tier system is being introduced, and I don't know if it is actually introduced yet. It's been announced, but I don't know if it's been implemented, if that makes sense. Where are the herbs? I'm going to combine them. There we go. So, yeah, I think we're, certainly in Glasgow, we're still not allowed to go into each other's houses. That kind of level. I wonder if I can shoot them from here. Yep. Thought I saw one. Heard one, rather. To me left. Continue the search inside the house. So, yeah, clearly we're going that way. Where I am, we're allowed groups of up to 6 inside or out. Yeah, I think we're allowed that out of doors. So, a maximum of 6 people from a maximum of 2 households. Which I don't know if anybody's getting confused about, but given how some folk are carrying on, I wouldn't be surprised. Not difficult either. It's like, if there's more than 6 people, that's a violation. If those 6 people are from more than 2 households, that's a violation. You only allowed your sister and son because she's a single person. Now they're making an allowance for people living alone. It's good that that can happen. Nothing interesting to say about the piano or the TV, apparently. So yeah, sounds like you're a little less locked down than we are, Lucy. Rules aren't very clear because some people will meet 6 different people every day. See, I had it in my head that that was for single gatherings. And if that was your maximum per day, that would actually make sense. So, kinda glad you brought that point up, to be honest, because I could have got myself confused. Being very careful because don't want me or my family to catch it. Unfortunately, half of that has already happened to me. My sister-in-law works as a paramedic, so she's tested positive. Luckily, her and my brother, her husband, are just... Well, she's exhibiting a bollocks chest infection. Bollocks as in rubbish. So, not serious as it happens, but a pain in the arse, certainly. He is grumpy about it. Though she was able to see Enid and my brother for an outside walk the other day. Oh, that's good too. Again, because of the single person restrictions, or allowances, rather. This other door is. I don't even know whose house this is. I've just found a house on the island next to the Umbrella headquarters. Could be the caretaker for all I know. And the gun is out. Nope, cutscene. Anytime I think I'll need the gun for this, I get a cutscene. Oh, I was hunting down the kids. Yeah, that's what I was doing. The outside allowance got eased. I read that as erased at first. Child's diary, this will be a hoot. Saw some prisoners at the arcade today. Sleepy eyes. One of the girls even slavered. Is that meant to be slavered? Like, I'm drooling. Some of the boys glaring at me. They wore rugs. They had toupees on. Is that what you're saying? Smelled rotten, like Dad and Commander Vincent told me. They're different people from our umbrella families. I don't like how the doors fly towards you in the open. They do that in at least one of the other REs. Probably the first one. And to a certain extent the second one and the third one. And probably Code Veronica does it as well. Because that was hardly one seamless world. Whereas Resident Evil 4 just had this kind of camera effect kick in when you hit one of the doors that changed the scene. Outside walks with another person and their dependent for a couple of weeks, but only within 5 kilometers. Now it's 25. Well, that part's good because, you know, you can get groceries now. Told me they bring them to this island so they can operate on them and make them into decent people. Oh, wow. Heard Commander Vincent killed the people trying to escape from the prison. Spoiler, he did. I wonder why such a thing happened. I know they are inferior to... Fucking hell. You know, considering this kid's reaction to Vincent, I'm kind of surprised that this is the kind of rhetoric he's spewing. Kind of implies that he's been indoctrinated to a certain extent, or maybe he's just recently had a revelation. No, they're inferior to us, but why did they kill them? We're not Tories. Is this what I believed in? Okay, so yeah, he's having a sort of conscience, a crisis of conscience. Supposed to be helping them by operating them. Why did they kill them? City's in total panic. Help, help, help. My dad and my mom turned into monsters. One of the survivors told me that Commander Vincent turned the people in the city into monsters. Can't trust anyone now. Protect my sister Lily. A noble endeavour. But all you've got is a baseball bat, so I don't fancy your chances. VCR? I think it is. That really the kind of car you want to have on your wall? Not a particularly big car guy, but it doesn't look like much. Anyway, hello magically shaking cupboard. How are you?
Don't be afraid. I won't hurt you. Where's your brother Lot?
Please, you have to save my brother.
Which I can do when you tell me where he is.
He said he's going to the factory by the ropeway.
The ropeway.
Factory?
You must get ready for the office place. Okay, hope you have a good day. As much as is possible.
He told
Further
me
easing
that
hasn't
he
been
could
announced.
find a way
Apparently
to
that'll be
escape
tomorrow.
From this place
Okay.
inside the factory.
Well, hopefully that's a
But
good
there
sign
are
and not
tons
just them
of
being
scary monsters
fucks.
there. I know that if he goes there, he's going to be killed.
So he's dead then. Okay, no point in worrying about him.
What?
Really? You express surprise at that?
Please.
That the factory is full
We've
of
already
monsters?
lost Mum
And that
Dad.
a boy might die if he
You've
goes
got to
there?
help my brother. Please.
Have a good sleep when you get to bed. No, you.
I promise.
Thanks
Don't
for
cry
dropping by.
anymore, Lily.
You know, I admit that
I may have been a bad person,
being a
but
Resident
that
Evil
was
fan,
before. That's not who I am now.
the cutscenes were like this for
I
3 or
will
4
save
games
these two
straight.
kids. I
5
swear
including
it.
this one. So he's a good guy
Lily,
now. He's going to
you
save the
hide
children's.
here. I'll go find your
Everything
brother
is
and
fine.
then come back for you.
He is totally redeemed. What if I talk to her again? What happens? Not much. Okay, presumably I have searched the house enough now. Of course, it's not really the door heading towards you, is it? It's you walking through it, but because you have no frame of reference, it looks exactly the same as a door moving toward you. And given that there's nothing else in the scene, they probably did just have the object move towards the camera rather than the other way around. Because it would look identical. I don't know if it's technically more difficult to move the camera than it is to move an object. I feel like, you know, considering they would have to change part of the perspective, probably easier to move the object than the camera. You have to go. Thank you for stream. Thank you. Have a good week, Mr. Fu. Thank you, Lucy, for dropping in. Hope you have a good week as well. And you get to see more of Tiny Nephew. Or is it niece? Shit, I'm getting mixed up now. Tiny new baby in family. So small. Dogs again, which I apologise for dog murder, but they're evil devil dogs. And there's 2 of them. Great. Oh, shit, 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 Shit. Reload. There we go. Oh my god, I'm bad at this. And then he just decided to run in a circle for some reason. Right, oh. Well. Oh, for God's sake. Right. I'm not risking it this time. I'm already at half health and I don't want this to get any worse. So, shotgun it is. Shotgun for these fuckers. Oh, bloody bollocks. Oh, right, yep, I am healing. First aid spray, that'll do. Because I want to save the red, green, blue herb for a time, like a boss battle or something. Because it might do the same thing it did in the mainstream games and give you invincibility for a short time. I don't know if it does that in the remake. I think it just gives you bonus damage resistance in that. But in the original games, yeah, you were literally invincible for a short time. Just combine a green, blue, and red herb, take it, temporary invincibility. Also, you got your health back and cured poison, because, you know, that's what green and blue herbs do. And the red herb doubles the strength of whichever herb you combine with it. Although I don't think there's such a thing as double poison cure, so kind of a moot point on that one. Just all intents and purposes, it just doubles the effectiveness of a green herb. Exit window in particular. I'm just kidding, I'm not that picky. Service schedule of the cable car. Right. Don't care, move it now. Turn the power on, accidentally skip some dialogue. Oh, fuck off. Can't I be bothered with you? You're probably not going to drop any loot. You know, it occurs to me, there are probably a lot more situations in the other Resident Evil games that I could just run the hell past. In fact, I'm getting dangerously tempted to just trying to finish this, quite honestly. I don't suppose anybody watching knows how long I've got to go. Because I'm going to the top of the mountain. That to me signals an endgame-esque situation. So something just jumped on there. And I'm going inside anyway. This seems like a poor decision. It's either that or hitting the start button made me go in the door, but not usually how that works. So it's just waiting for me. Yep, fair enough, that makes sense. I'm also trying to figure out if that's the sound of more than one of them. It kind of sounds like multiples. It's multiples. Although one of them is very bad at pathfinding. Oh, it's 3 of them, Jesus! There we fucking go. Yeah, surely to God this is getting towards endgame, if that's what they're throwing at me. I still want to use my shotgun shells later. I'm sticking with the pistol. And I'm paying for it in health. So I may want to rethink that strategy next time, but fuck, I'm committed now. Are these things respawning? What the hell's going on here? Yeah, minor problem with the L1 lock-on. If they're in the air, it'll lock onto that spot in the air, regardless of where the fucker has gone in the meantime. You running away? Nah, can't be. They're not like that. Ooh. How many of them did I kill? I've only seen 3, but I swear to God it was like 5 of them. Whew. Right, on we go. Stairs. Oh, bloody bollocks and shit. Piss. Or is apparently my legacy from Rizolka's game. Shit fucking piss! Oh, come on, Tim. Oh, I think I'm getting dangerously hurted. Still gonna save the invincibility herb, but it's getting close to the situation where it might be warranted. Oh, fuck off, dog. Stop it. Stop it! Get one down. Still one up, but in the meantime, the dog's blocking him as well. Fantastic. Get out of this way a little bit. Oh, just enough. Have it, you prick. Flame rounds. I do have a grenade launcher now. I have been ignoring that. Just haven't really been up against anything I couldn't take down with shotgun or pistol. So not much point overall. Don't know if I've got anything I can combine this with yet. What's this? Stairs! Didn't look like it, but apparently it's stairs. Ooh, now we're getting into the spoopy. Charging straight ahead. What's up? Hey. God, it goes on a way, doesn't it? Am I skipping something here? Apart from fighting those two lickers, because this feels like the kind of thing where it's just, this is a straightforward way of getting through something, which is normally a lot more complicated. This is a prime spot for Mr. X to show up. No, not yet. Maybe there's an escape sequence where he'll rear his ugly face. Actually, it's a perfectly fine face. It's just he wants to kill me. That's my main grudge. And acid rounds. Actually, that's another thing about this game. You don't seem to have any restrictions on what you can store in your inventory. You don't just have 8 slots that you have to constantly swap out. Okay, this is a prime spot for something to appear. Like that. Ow. You are glitching into each other. Clearly you don't know what you're doing. I'm not even going to bother with you. Come on. So, clearly underground facility of some kind, which I don't know why Umbrella would bother having that, considering the island. Oh, bloody hell, there's a lot of them. Yeah, I'll switch over to... Actually, now might be a fun time to find out if this does splash damage. Quick save slot. Results inconclusive, if I'm being honest. Funny, but inconclusive. Make another one of these. Got a spare red herb, actually. Ah! Now I will have 2 invincibility herbs. Possibly invincibility. That part is yet to be confirmed. So, nope, there was nothing worth stopping in this room for. And onwards I shall go. Even the soundtrack's a little off on this one. Just all these different things that make me think, they were having a wee experiment. Although clearly ramping up the difficulty because... Ow! How did he hit me from... That's just cheating! He got me through the fence! You can't bite me through a fence, it's not allowed. El Mona Mountain Road. Well, it didn't automatically go in the door, so I guess I'll go this way. Could be another one of those branching paths that this game's kind of fond of. Oh, fuck off. I wonder if the game genuinely wants me to fight these things, forgetting that it's given me enough space to kite around them. My god, that door sequence was vaguely fancy. More of them. Brilliant. Just... Can I open that door? I need to go a wander. And I might even need to actually kill some of these boys. Now, I had a fun experiment with the grenade gun, but I'm gonna go back to the shotgun. So, clearly the difficulty is ramping up. Those grenade rounds may be useful later. Sneaky up. Or shotgun works at any range and it doesn't matter. Granted, I think that's mostly the case for shotguns in real life, but not generally how they're treated in video games. They just pretend that they're blunderbusses, essentially. What's in here? Oh, cutscene.
Lot?
Oh, he didn't. Oh, shiny. Yes. He's still dead. Okay, there is one thing I'm gonna double check. Is there actually a way to save the game? Doesn't look like it. Which is weird, because this isn't really an arcade type of title, honestly. But now it's for 2 hours. That's getting lengthy in terms of a what would normally be a single session game. Fucking hell. Alright, played myself on that one. Not to mention using shotgun shells on this guy when it's really not warranted. And I'm really playing myself by getting within a hair's breadth of equipping the handgun and then deciding not to. Having to go back all the way to... There's 2 of them?! Okay, yeah, game is really ramping this up now. Almost to extremes, I might suggest. It does automatically lock on my gun for me, which I do appreciate. Sometimes to the wrong person, but... Oh, he did a charge, and he got at me. And this other guy's dangerously close to getting me as well. No, I don't need to turn and face him, I really don't. Come on. Of course, if I don't get at least one of these guys down, then it's the death of me if they both get over here. Luckily, one of them's decided to go in circles, so that doesn't look like it's going to be a problem. And now that one isn't a problem at all. Damn it, I had him. There we go. Just hold R1 while I'm reloading. It's still targeting. That's nice. He's flinched. Call that halfway. Oh, don't you tell me he didn't even drop any loot. Don't tell me I just wasted all that time. And 2 shotgun shells. Son of a bitch. Oh, I did get a magnum out of it, I guess. It's a power thing. Turned on the power. Now the thing that didn't have power has power. And it makes many screens appear that probably go beep. Don't you just get up. You've earned a rest, put it that way. You know, think about that. Bet you're not even being paid overtime for this. Oh, hello. I don't know if these zombies are meant to be tougher or weaker. I think the implication is they've rotted more than your garden variety zombies that you get at the start of the game that still have civilian clothing on and everything. Although how these zombies become naked is a bit of a mystery in itself. Do I... this way? Am I still hunting lockdown at this point? Is that what I'm doing? Not 100% sure on that one. And what fresh hell awaits here? Store's closed. Seems that it is impossible to open it. I'm glad you tried so hard. A button thing. Activation disc. So yeah, I'm not in the right area just yet, I think. Yeah, now that I think about it, this is definitely more arcadey in terms of gameplay sensibilities. So maybe having it only completable in a single stretch actually does make a bit more sense. And I killed them for nothing. Dang it. Which would certainly explain why the game is light on story. For all I know, this is just Capcom's interpretation on a light gun game. Just like, oh, we've added fancy things to it. Inventory management and such. Can't do anything with that. You're staying down. Good. Like it. What's next? Come on. Liquors? Great. Not that they're bothering to come down, so I'm not really all that worried. It doesn't have power, I guess. Probably can't get in here yet. Yep, ID card required. I thought L1 would turn around and point me at the liquor. Maybe a quick turnaround, but no! They had not come around the corner yet. Door. Let's go moved. As demonstrated. What else? Oh, translucency. It was a dark art back then. Okay, different footprints for walking on glass. More effort than I expected to be put in, frankly. Nice to see. Oh, bollocks, what did he say? Computer controls the cultivation devices. I don't like any of this. We're going up against Planty Boys again, aren't we? And by again, I mean that only applies if you've played Resident Evil 2. Were there Planty Boys in Resident Evil 3? Not the same ones, not the same ones as we were seeing there, but certainly there are plant-based enemies. Oh, don't tell me he's stuck there. He's not, he's really not. Just make sure I have enough bullets to knock him out of the air when necessary. And down he goes. Then I expend all my ammo because it's infinite and it's quicker than going into the menu to reload. Must admit, I has a slight wee disappoint. Notification spoke of System Shock 2. Yeah, I did it again. I forgot to set the stream info before I started. Figure I'll go back to System Shock 2 at the same slot as I did before. So Wednesday was it? I can't remember now. So scientist is having second thoughts. Commander Vincent's still a dick. Will lurk nonetheless. As is your right. Thank you very much. Good to see you in once again. But yeah, next time I really need to... Oh. Something's gonna come out of here, is it? Seems that way. Now, did I pick up a thing? I think I picked up a thing. It might have been a disc. Fortunately, I got myself distracted. Oh, I think that's the looker I shot in the other corridor. It's just clipping through the wall. Research of germs. Yeah, you tell yourself that. Definitely not viruses that turn people into zombies. Nothing like that. I don't know what that is, but it will stay the hell back there. And yep, plenty boys. Which can just stay where they are, frankly. Okay, I think it was an activation disc I got, which means I'm heading left from... Nope, I got turned to the right for some reason. Didn't want to, but here we are. No, I just blatantly went in the wrong direction. Okay. Activation disc must be this way. I'm getting hit by one of them, aren't I? Nope. Sweet. Kited. No, not kited. I wasn't trying to direct their movement. I was just trying to dodge them. Dodge it! But yeah, I do want to go back to System Shock 2, because I was having fun with that. Hopefully no more barrel eating rooms, because that was... It's just a thoroughly unnecessary room. I'll say it right now. I think there was a guy right next to me that I hadn't quite seen, but I could hear him. Benefit of headphones and stereo sound. So if we're going to go back to System Shock 2, same time slot seemed to make sense in my head. Today I gathered together the necessaries for emulating PSOne and decided, hey, I've got a game here that's vaguely spoopy. I have some thoughts about it. I'll give this a go. There we go, I had an activation disc. And now that I've gone to the right place, that helps a lot. No, sorry. Another emulator glitch. It's not quite meant to look like that. It's meant to be comprehensible for one thing. What the hell is that? It just looks like a zombie, frankly, but I hear terrible noises that imply something else. Where is it? Yeah, you're not making that noise. Where's the thing that's making that noise? Well, yeah, if anyone wasn't here for the start, this is Resident Evil, the light gun game. Specifically the first one, because there was one or two. Oh, there was a Gun Survivor 2 that I'd forgotten about. There's this one on the PS1, which is in the kind of PS2... no, the Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3 era. There was Gun Survivor 2, which was based around Code Veronica, and pretty much a retelling of that game, I think. Like, that's what that noise was? Steam release? Do it again, come on. It was! What the fuck is that noise? Danger hot pipes. Yes, it does seem that way. Yeah, so then there was Gun Survivor 2, which was essentially a retelling of Code Veronica, if I recall correctly. And then there was a... What was it called again? I was holding it earlier today. Dead Aim, that was it, yeah. And that was another Resident Evil side story. Don't know where exactly it fits in the timeline, mind you, but it was a thing. It's kind of a neat control system. Because you had the Gunlock 2, whatever it was called. The Namco gun. Sorry, what did you say? Large panel controls large boilers, as you do. There was two ways of controlling that I remember. One is, if you wanted to move, you would hold the gun down and use the D-pad on the back of the light gun to move around. And the other one is you would have the light gun in one hand and you would have a controller in the other. You would use the analog stick to move around and then use the gun to shoot whenever that became necessary. So it's just something different. I thought it was pretty interesting, if nothing else. Didn't get very far into it, so I've no idea if it was any good, but nevertheless, they tried something new. That's always worthy of at least a moment's consideration, I think. Unless it is just a catastrophically, obviously bad idea to everyone involved, which, you know, light gun Resident Evil 2 game doesn't seem terribly awful, automatically terrible, awful, bad idea, don't do it type of thing to me, so give it a go, why not? Appears to be a researcher, he's not breathing anymore, but I've got his ID card and that's all that matters. And just because we're that damn close to the end, I am absolutely going to make a save state. I've no idea how well that'll work, because I'm pretty sure that is responsible for one or two of the Martian Gothic glitches we had when I was doing that. I wonder if I can just shoot them consequence free from here. Oh, this is endgame music, definitely. Gotta be. Bang, come on. That didn't hit me at all, plant. You're bad at being a plant. Terrible. So yeah, we'll see how well the save states go. In theory it should work fine, it should just be take everything we've currently got in memory. In our emulation of the PlayStation 1's memory. And save that and we can load it back in later. In theory that should work fine. But in reality, depends how the emulator is set up. All of those things. It's a dark art, don't you know? Make a sort of good herb. I don't think I've even been poisoned once, and usually that happens to me at least once in a Resident Evil game. It'd just be like that. But yeah, unless I go right now, I'm not going to make my shop tonight, because the place closes at 10. So I think I've committed myself to finishing this off.
They are creating these monsters on this island.
What, you thought the guy showed up for a holiday? Of course they bloody created them. Now, how's this going to be different from any of the other ones? Pretty sure I can do him in before he gets to me. Oh, no. Might have overestimated that slightly. Ow. A bit. If that was Mr. X in any of the other games, I would be down to danger health right now. Yeah, man. There we go. Damn it, lot, I'm busy. I'm gonna get loot here. And Fenoffin's redeemed Go Full Glesga, and Go Full Glesga I shall. Right, got shotgun bullets, that's good. We heard Lot again. Here's the boy that we're trying to track down. And it looks like we've found him. But we are Vincent the Evil Man, and we're hunting down children like the fucking child catcher or something. Oh no. What's he got himself into? Actually, I wonder if that was just a green and yellow bat when he first got it, and that's actually blood. Oh good, it's one of the boys. Oh, he's dead. Oh well, this was a wasted journey. Or not.
What?
Right, want to get him. See, that running animation looked far better than the one we saw earlier that we were all making fun of.
Hang on!
Because you mind in Resident Evil of 1, 2, and 3, when characters were turning left and right, they'd kind of walk in place. Like they were on a rotating treadmill or something. You know what? I'll just use the shotgun here. Where's it gone? Ah, there we are. I could do it with bullets, but I'm not feeling it right now. But here you go. Stitch that. Oh, he wants to. All right, there he goes. Wonder if any of this is timed or what.
Lot!
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
What are you talking about? It's not your fault. Vincent is the one who caused everything. Well, I mean,
You? What do you mean? You're the detective. Your name is Ark Thompson.
What? Really? I'm not Vincent?
Yeah.
Then why did you run away from me?
Yeah.
Because I'm the one that told Vincent about you.
Oh, you little shit.
Hello, I'm Vincent. I've been transferred to this facility to inspect it.
Nice to meet you, sir.
I know Commander Vincent. So I knew that you weren't him when I saw you.
What? A spy? Thank you. You are a good boy, Lot.
Such a
So
good
then
boy.
I'm Ark, and not
Squish up his
Vincent.
face. The self-destruct sequence been activated
Lot,
somehow.
Do you know of any way to
Because
get off this
all
island?
umbrella facilities have those.
My dad told me that there's a railway station up
did?
ahead from here.
Yeah, yours is not an
railway
authentic
station?
accent, young man.
I heard that it runs underground.
Okay, we'll use that.
And of course it's got
Let's
an
go get
underground
Lily.
railway, because it's Umbrella.
Go ahead.
I suppose if
Hurry.
you have all these
We'll
all
meet
over
at
the world,
station.
it makes some kind of sense to make them a bit uniform. Right, we only just... There it is.
Has been activated.
There it is.
This island will self-destruct.
The entire
in
island!
10 minutes.
Not just the facility, the entire
All
fucking
the
island.
personnel must evacuate immediately. Repeat.
Jesus
All the
Christ.
personnel evacuate immediately.
Okay, this definitely had a lower budget if that's the voice actor that got involved for this. Let's find that. Now, I honestly don't remember which door I came in, but the game pointed me straight towards this one. I think Lot went through the other one. So, yeah, there you go. We weren't Vincent at all. We were Ark Thompson. We were the spy. And Lot was mortally
That's
afraid of
right.
us because he grassed us up.
At the request of my friend Leon S. Kennedy, I came here to investigate.
You remember that guy, right?
Oh, yes. I remember. I remember everything.
Hooray, you're probably concussed, by the way. You got yeeted
Tell
out
me
a
the
helicopter.
truth. You are a spy, aren't you?
So how did this situation happen? What set the entire office on fire? And why did they both end up there? Charge! I'll fight you, helicopter. I'll punch your face in. In fairness,
Yes.
he's willing to get a lot
I'm
more
not
hands
Vincent.
on.
I'm Ark.
We've covered this. Or you just try to convince yourself at this point. I don't know. Anyway, this is clearly the end game, so I'm going to be a bit more cavalier about what weapons I'm using. No, I will shotgun actually, because there's a lot of these boys in close proximity. It's locked. Oh, there we go. That's magnum bullets, but still want it. Oh, I got two at once. Nice. Okay, I'll switch over to the handgun now. I've not even used the magnum yet. There it is. Come on. No. Oh, did I just have to use this thing here on the side? Nope, still locked. Damn it. Right, does one of your computers do something? Apart from you, because that's just a monitor. It happens to monitor a thing. It's what they do. It's in the name. Nope, nothing. How about this boy here? Okay, that's doing a thing. Probably unlocked it. So yeah, nothing even approaching puzzles in this one. Okay, guess I should have paid attention to what this actually said. Maybe this is of interest? I swear to God, finding the right position to be able to look at these fucking things. Cultivation devices, okay. I was wandering into it and then pressing the X button, pretending that would activate it. And it doesn't. Because you bump into things, it's what you do. So I guess I don't go this way? Well, waste of shotgun shells, but guess I'm going back the way I came. Has anything spawned? Oh, I'd completely forgotten about this area. But that'll be what I changed. Let's move back a bit. And run away a bit. Just a small fleet. Maybe you'll take some time to turn around and that'll make this running away somewhat worth it. And you won't drop any good loot. You don't even have pockets. Yeah, there we go. Oh my god. This door had two moving parts. Really upping the animation budget here. I don't think there's anything to fight. Nothing to pick up. Oh, there's something to fight. That'll be happening. At least one more document. How to extract the material. What? So, mass-producing tyrants, that's what this place is for, I guess. Gene multiplication. Oh, is that what they were doing? Just harvesting their, secondary sex characters? This is all going to be technobabble, isn't it? Noradrenaline. So, they're making the guinea pigs scared and then extracting it to make tyrants. Umbrella are not good people, by the way. Don't know if that had gone over anybody's heads. Interesting that there's some stuttering going on, considering that I am loading this off an ISO, so not from a disk itself. It's an ISO I made of an original copy, I should point out. Just so I don't have to worry about, you know, loading from a disk in real time. Because that can go wrong. Anyway, everything's a bit shaky. Part of his face is disappearing. How?
Vincent!
If it wasn't for you, I could have completed my mission.
You felt like
Umbrella
5 stories.
was going to take care of me. But you had to go and screw it all up. Now, you're going to pay.
Ooh. Oh dear. No. No, I don't like it. So he just decided, no, I'll walk in place for a bit. Sense of fair play's got there. Okay, so little save state to see if it's worth fighting this boy. I'm basically doing that just in case, but my actual plan... Oh, okay, so I was going to find out if they would follow us in between loading screens, but that's not even an option right now. Missed. Didn't miss. Really didn't miss. Doing way less damage than I thought you would. There we go. Now, is that him down permanently? Or at least long enough that I can fuck off out of here? Oh, I didn't even drop anything. Boo. And now it lets me through, so yeah, mandatory boss battle. Another cutscene? What's going on this time? Him getting back up, is that it? Or mutating as well. It is occurring to me that, you know, some of the in-engine transformations of the G-Virus monsters in the other games actually surprisingly good. I mean, granted, it's abstracted a little bit down to the PlayStation graphics level, so you're putting some imagination in there. But, you know, within that framework, yeah, pretty good. Yeah, not today, buddy. Okay, maybe slightly today, because you did wing me there. So yeah, within the context of PlayStation 1 graphics, those transformations did look really good. You know, all the bulging and transforming that they did, it was just deliciously icky looking. Hello, friends!
Hurry!
Yeah, seriously, do it. I've probably got one more thing to shoot. Also, we're on an island. Where's this train going? Hopefully the mainland, because otherwise this is a completely terrible plan. Just utterly doomed. Okay, of course I have to hit a thing, which gives something a chance to sneak up behind us. Push the switch. Up goes the door. Literally just seeing things that are happening now. Oh yeah, these guys. Normally you've already seen them by now in the plot, I think. It's at least on one particular path. Oh! They are more trouble than I thought they would be. Let's switch over to this. Keep a very close eye on the old health. Yep, thought that might happen. Mixed herb. I'll just reload my gun while I'm here. Because it doesn't count as time passing when it's in this menu, I guess? That's the logic there. Yeah, why didn't you lock on that boy? I can actually shoot at him from this angle. Bizarre. Oh, and a thing. Is that more shotgun shells? Okay, we've got something else to do before all this ends. final boss on the train. We have seen this in Resident Evil before. But no, apparently we got away just fine. The kids ran off, never to be seen again. Oh, I'm playing this bit? Okay, yeah, despite the happy music, something is going down. I thought there'd be something behind there. Alas, no. Then again, I'm pretty well geared up for a boss fight at this point. So, don't think it'll be a problem, although very, very tempted just to do another save state, because we're this close to the end. And we've got a helicopter.
Get in the helicopter!
Yeah, that one. While I fight a really obviously telegraphed boss. Ah.
It's still alive!
I only put a couple of, magazines into it. And yeah, another cheeky save state. Haven't had to use a save state. I haven't had to load one yet. I will point that out. Whoa. What the f... No more Magnum rounds. Apart from one. So, perhaps... Grenade would be a better option. There we go. And actually equip it. Excellent. Right, come on then. Oh, bollocks. Oh, he's getting clever now. Ow. You just wait till he attacks, because, then he stands still. But he also occasionally charges, which is just not sporting at all. Regular grenade rounds, why not? Although the flame rounds will be fun to see how they get rendered. Probably a lot like the explodey rounds, to be honest. Ah, you missed. I think you missed? Hit me. By all rights, those should be hitting me, but I'm not taking any health damage that would indicate such a thing. Oh, there's more of a spread to these ones. Okay, that's their purpose. Yeah, I think spread damage for these... There we go. Didn't even get to use the flame rounds. How do I get the feeling there's got to be another effect here that the emulator breaks? Actually, no, this is an FMV, so it won't be... Oh, it's not. It wasn't even its final form. And it's got one massive eye. It's tradition at this point. Oh boy, this has gone wrong. Again, this will be the emulator, don't blame the game. Oh! Honestly, what is that music? Yeah, this choir's having a totally normal one over here. So yeah, grenade rounds spread, acid damage, concentrated damage at once, and flame rounds damage over time, I guess. Although probably doing some damage all by themselves. Ow. My god, I've gone all the way down to caution. He finally did it. Oh, shit. What have I got left? Am I down to the shotgun? Oh, I've got one magnum round, which I might as well use now. Or I could completely miss. That is also an option. God damn it. Shotgun, because when I've been clearly picked up by the enemy, that won't be difficult to use. And apparently it wasn't. I'm going to have to look up what this is actually supposed to look like, as opposed to what the emulator's done with it.
Hurry!
Still find it kind of surprising that this, you know, PSOne 32-bit level emulation isn't a solved problem yet. Because pretty much any Mega Drive game can be emulated. You know, we've got perfect emulation on that and it runs fine. SNES, don't know if we're quite there yet, but pretty close. 32-bit, still a bit out of whack and unreliable. 3, 2, 1. I mean, there'll be many more factors involved that I don't know about. It's not the rate of progression I guessed it would be on, I suppose. Okay, I call bullshit. The island's still there.
We're safe.
It can't be!
No, don't make me do another boss fight. I'm out of ammo. I do have the question of fucking how. What? There are several reasons why that would work. Like, how is the timing on those missile warheads activations such that you somehow knew the first one wouldn't go off on contact and the second one would?
What are we gonna do?
Oh dear.
I don't know, but don't worry. We can fly as long as we have fuel.
Which is 20 seconds. Fasten your goddamn seatbelt. Let's see if we can find an island full of dinosaurs. Actually, no. We'll just run into Regina and people won't like us very much. Probably shoot our faces off. Well, there we go then. Got to the end of that. Just about 2 3/4 hours to do so, but nevertheless, it was done. It was done did. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I stuck around for that one, because we were like really close to the end. There we go. Worth it, in my opinion. It made sense in my head. Yeah. So yeah, it's just kind of an arcadey leaning Resident Evil experience. Which I guess part of that means that it's going to have to lean towards 3D graphics, but I still think of that as kind of a precursor to Dino Crisis, or I'm not sure on the timings there, maybe Dino Crisis was in development and that's actually what Resident Evil Survivor benefited from. But no, you don't get to see these kind of first-person experiences on the PlayStation all that often. I mean, you had your Doom clones, you had, well, Doom, you had Alien Trilogy, you had Duke 3D, you know, that kind of fixed perspective 2.5D type of thing, but not so much the full 3D that the PlayStation was capable of, but not necessarily capable of doing at a decent frame rate. Or decent field of vision. Because the other thing they didn't have sorted was the controls, so aiming did become an absolute nightmare at some points. I'm just kind of wondering if there's going to be a post-credit sequence of some kind. I sort of doubt it. I don't think that's going to happen. So, sad to say, this will be the end of the stream. Basically, as soon as I stop remembering things to talk about, which is pretty much now. But the Resident Evil fun doesn't have to end, because I have a plan that involves raiding somebody that's in my circle of streamer friends named Andres. He's playing Resident Evil 5. And so we can go and raid him. I think let the credits finish off first. Nothing else. It's polite, you know. But I've set up the raid. That will be ready to go. I have to press something here? Yes, I do. Hell, if nothing else, I've got another game off the list. Ranky! Yes! Gun collection 5 out of 8 stars. Huh. Oh, but I've had continues. That's how they do it. Yeah, that's a smart way of doing it, because, you know, arcade style and all that. And 1 hour 37, but I've been going for 2:45. I don't get how that works. Okay. They have it paused for a little bit, I guess. Maybe that's something to do with it. Save the weapons you've obtained? Yeah, go on then. Do I start the game with all those weapons? Because that'd be interesting. And bear in mind, there are multiple paths you can go through the game. At least early on. Except I've quit saving. Bollocks. Alright, bye-bye screen. Raid now. I'm done embarrassing myself. No, that's the pause screen. God damn it. Ah, now I have to set up the raid again because spent too long. Okay, trying again. So, yes, thank you all for watching. Thank you for joining me. I guess some of you might have already gone to Andres and that's what's happened there, but I'll try the raid again. Bye.
It is important when you're dealing with deadly lasers. Deadly lasers! I'm okay. Or do you want me to do it this time?
Hey, I like doing puzzles.
Cool.
So where do we need to go? Oh, there. And are these movable?
That's what I'm wondering.